Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Soul Rehab Project. This is Sarah Saxby, and this is the podcast where we talk about the lies. We talk about lies that we tell ourselves to function every day. There's lies that we don't even know we're telling ourselves because we're conditioned. And the lies that we have been told all of our lives. And today I want to talk about I never really know where I'm going with this a lot of times, but I'll start making like some notes and then I go from there. And these were notes from like 4:30 in the morning. So I want to talk about high functioning misery. It's actually a hashtag I always use because it resonates. It just feels so real. But high functioning misery, and I think other people can relate to that. And another good one is comfortable hell, and that's the blog I created years ago when I left my narcissistic relationship. I started writing a blog called Comfortable Hell, and that's how this all started. And I think that's another way people can relate to how their life feels. So high functioning misery and comfortable hell, and of course, everyone's in a different phase or different level of it. But one thing that I do want to share is, and I've said this before, but I speak from channeled truth. I have no idea why I can, but I can link into a frequency of truth. I don't channel a being like Bashar or Abraham, Esther Hicks, but I don't, it's not like this thing that I can like log into and speak and channel, but I can link up to a frequency of truth. And when I do, it's like there's nothing I can do. It's like a runaway freight train. It's like I can't stop myself. And honestly, I don't care. I don't care about the things that I'm saying because the people who need to hear them will hear them. And it's definitely not for everyone, but I'm going to keep saying them. I'm going to keep saying what I need to say. But another thing is I speak from lived experience. And that's why uh, I think that's why I have as much information as I have, is because I have lived through so much, but I've lived it so I could teach it. So I can use my voice to explain. Yeah, I know exactly what you're going through. I don't know how you feel because I'm not you. And we have to remember that. I know how I would feel if I was going through what you're going through. I don't know how you feel. I have no idea. No one does. So I can explain it from my point of view, the things that we go through in life. And I could explain how I feel, and it probably resonates with a lot of people. So I want to talk about high functioning misery because, in all honesty, people in this position, and it doesn't have to be women, but I see a lot of it. and I may have mentioned this before too, but my entire life, ever since I was a little kid, I'm able to feel contradiction in people. So I'm not a lie detector. I can feel contradiction inside of people. So if someone is saying something or living a certain way, I I can tell if there's a contradiction inside of them. And boy, do I see it a lot now. I don't say anything because someone has to literally tell me that they want to hear it. And I actually did have a friend say that the other day. She said, I want to hear it. I want to hear what you see or what you feel. And so she was able, she provided that what do I want to say? Receptor almost for me to be able to tell her what she needed to hear. So I'm able to feel contradiction in people. I've always been able to do it. And I see a lot out there. And the people who are in the worst positions, again, not just women, but I'm speaking to mostly women here. So I have the sun coming in my face. Um, the people who are in the most difficult positions are the ones who are doing okay inside the system. And when I say system, and I explained this in my last podcast, but what I mean by system it doesn't have to be politics, government, elites, all that shit. What I'm talking about is the system that we're born into, the script, the mold. So we're told to always be polite, no matter no matter how disrespected you're being. We're told to, go to school, get married, have kids, all that stuff, right? It's like we're told to follow along. You should be grateful for what you have. It doesn't matter how you're feeling, how you're being treated, but if you have nice things, you should be grateful because there's people doing worse out there, right? So this is the trap. So there's a lot of the people in the worst positions are the ones who have a nice house, the ones who have nice cars. They can go shopping, right? They can go on vacations. They have a beautiful family. They have money to afford things. These are the people who are in the worst position. Although if you look at it from a system point of view, from inside the system, they look pretty successful, right? That's the catch. That's the catch. And I'm going to explain this. Because it's like the more you push the inside the system. So the more you push to have the bigger house and the vacations and all the clothes and all of that, the more the system rewards you. So the more you pretend, the more that you'll get in a physical level. So it's hard not to. It's hard. You're like, well, I'm going into work and I have to pretend to like these people. But if I pretend, I'll get paid. Do you see what I'm saying? The more that you pretend, the more you're going to get paid. So you're like, well, why would I get out of that? And it's because even though you have all the comforts of the illusion, even though you have all the comforts, you still don't feel good. And I don't know how you feel, but the words that come up for me are like maybe a discontent or like despair. There's an undercurrent of just being unsettled or feeling unfulfilled or hopeless. Just an unhappiness. And the reason why you get stuck is because you're told to be grateful. So you're like, but look at everything that I have. I have such a beautiful home and beautiful family, and I'm so grateful for all of it. I need to just shut up and learn how to be happy inside of that, even though there's hopelessness, there's sadness, there's depression, there's anxiety in your big house and on your vacations, right? A vacation, you're bringing that anxiety and that pressure and everything with you. It's just in a prettier environment. So you're told the system tells you to be grateful. Shut up and be grateful. So what do? You spend money on therapy. You spend money on meds. You spend money on retreats and workshops and journal prompts and learning how to meditate because you're learning how to function better within the system that's keeping you stuck. Everything you learn out there, you're learning it from people who are also inside the system. They're also inside the prison you're in. Some of them know that they're in it and they're capitalizing off of it. Some of them know. A lot of them have no idea that they're also in the prison. that they're also in the system. So they're teaching you how to function better in it. They're giving you communication skills. They're giving you boundaries. They're teaching you how to stick up for yourself. They're teaching you how to let things go. But they don't even know they're in the system too. So they're just giving you tools to function better inside of it, not to escape it. One, because they don't even know they're in it. And two, because it's bad for business. Think about this. If you were born inside a prison and you're being raised inside a prison, you don't know it. You have no idea. There's rules inside the prison, right? There's rules that you follow. They don't feel good to you, but you have to follow them. You have to. You don't have a choice. So it's not you. It doesn't feel good to you to fit into all of these rules or to follow the rules, but you have no choice. And you don't know any better. So every now and then somebody comes along and gives you a fluffier pillow, gives you a new color of paint for your cell walls, right? There's motivational people within the prison. They're in there with you and they're saying, look, we can do this. Let's meditate and let's see if we can feel better in here. Let's go for a run or let's do yoga. Let's try journaling and let's meditate. But it's all inside the prison and you don't even know it. You have no idea. How would you know? Because everyone's in there with you. And the people who are outside of it will never tell because they're capitalizing on you staying in it. The more oblivious you are, the more you're worth. And you don't even know it. The sicker you are, the more you're worth, right? I think people can relate to that one. People are starting to see that one. The more illness you have, the more profitable the people outside of the system are. And you don't even know you're in it because you were born in prison. So if you're inside prison and you're starting to think about this, going, I've done everything. I have all the money. I have all the money I need. Beautiful home, beautiful family. I've been taught to be grateful no matter what I'm experiencing, no matter what I feel. Push that down and be grateful because people are doing worse than you. You have so much. So you believe that and you go and you get yourself the therapy, the meds, the retreats, the vacations, the shopping, the Netflix and the wine at night. Because you don't know what else to do. Every one of those things that you start reaching for and paying for, you're hopeful that you're going to feel better living inside the system that you don't even know exists. Because everything is built for you to stay in it. You're worth so much more inside the system. But if you're starting to wake up because you're like, I have done everything. I can't up my meds any more than I'm upping them. It's not working anymore. And you start saying, well, shit. Maybe I should start paying attention to where I'm lying to myself. Maybe there's something here to what I'm saying. So you start going, yeah, man, maybe I am in a prison. Would you rather follow someone inside the prison who's motivating you or someone who's standing on the outside of it? Because you're going to be like, that chick must know something. She's out there. And the thing is, out there, that's a whole new realm because we don't even know what the fuck we're doing in it. I don't. I have no idea. I'm with you. I'm the grateful one. And I am. But that goes without saying. That doesn't mean that I should still live with an undercurrent of unhappiness and look forward to nothing more than Netflix and a glass of wine at night. And hopefully the next time you take your meds that's going to help you, or it just takes away your feeling altogether so you can deal with life inside the system. You don't know you're living in it. No one's ever told you. Because you finding out and you waking up is not profitable. You don't need the system anymore or the people in it. And I'm not saying you should go live off grid, although maybe that's right for you. I have no idea, but that's not what I'm talking about here. That's not the kind of freedom I'm talking about. When people say, what does freedom look like for you? What do you mean, what does freedom look like? You don't even know what freedom looks like. You know why? Because you're hoping that if you can attach yourself to what freedom looks like, maybe you'll feel it. How about asking yourself, what does freedom feel like? Would you even know? No, because everyone has you grasping to the next thing in hopes that you will be free. But you're inside a prison, so how will that ever happen? It won't. You have to get out of it first. And that's the one thing you're never told. And that's the one thing you don't want to face. Nobody tells you that you have to escape something. You have to escape a system that's keeping you small, that's keeping you sick, that's keeping you blind. They just give you better coping skills so you can tolerate. And it keeps you on a hamster wheel. So just like everything that I say, it's a tough gig, man, on social media. So I want to build things outside of it. That would be the ideal situation. I have a live every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern time. Not this Wednesday, however. Today is Sunday the 10th. I know this isn't for everyone, but there are a lot of people that this is for, and I want to find you and I want to hear from you. So Sarah at strategiesforhappiness.com is my email address. Strategies for Happiness is my website. The link for all of my things are in my bio. I'm happy to come speak in a women's group or anywhere, really. A group of 8 to 12 women is fantastic. It's very helpful if everyone has the ears to hear the things that I have to say. I do one-on-ones, not too many of those though. There's not a lot of time to do that, but you can also schedule that. In my bio, it's called the Truth Room, if you are ready. But I really look forward to building the community, the Soul Rehab Project community, and helping us all get outside, escaping what's truly keeping us stuck. So we'll see you guys soon.